We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. How's everybody doing out there? Peasant chat, Sunday morning. Poor people, non-members, and non-subscribers can chat, but I've made a change. We're keeping the super chats on because maybe a poor guy found a couple of cans on the highway or whatever and wants to spend it on a super chat. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do every other chat members only. So if you want to actually chat on the channel, you got to be a member. You got to actually have skin in the game. If not, you're going to have to wait for Sunday, but I am going to keep the super chats on because, you know, I might as well just every single time I turn them off, it's a complete nightmare to turn them back on. So today we're going to just talk some shit. We're going to talk about PRI. PRI came and went. No one cared. Literally no one cared. Unless you're like in no NPK guys, like no Prep King stuff and whatever. Literally nobody cared. The fallout from the potential Bradenton track being in danger of closing because of the new building the new proposed building that they're doing up there. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Why isn't this thing updating? It looks like it's updating, but for whatever reason, either nobody's commenting or the shit just died. Oh, there we go. It fucking reloaded. Unreal. So let's say hi to the people here. But before we do that, as always, we're going to say thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the people that make it possible. We got PMAS. Nick James PMAS. Thank you very much for being a really badass. What the fuck? Sponsor of the show. To Auto Solution. Puerto Rico. To Auto Solutions. Rami Zaidan, the best shop in Puerto Rico for late model domestic performance. Well, domestic, does that mean like domestic Puerto Rico? Yeah, Puerto Rico is part of the United States, so it's all the same shit. So anyway, we back to the the Parts Farm. PartsFarm.com. Hey, Parts Farm. Might be giving you guys a call. I need some stuff. The PartsFarm.com with the best logo in history. An engine coming out of some corn. Badass shit. Don't I got cookies. Melissa, the pretty lady, and the pretty man, Lake, with the cookie company. Hopefully they are kicking ass over there. They fucking shipped like a bazillion things the other day. Good shit. And Ben Calamer's Transmissions. Thank you very much for being a sponsor of the show. As always, DNA is also a sponsor. I'll give them a quick little plug right there. Just, you know, so they feel included. But we love having them on. But we're not going to keep the banner on the rest of the show because they pay for the Tuesday slot only. All right, guys, let's say hi to the people here. We'll get after it. Andy Ali, Choni Som, Diego, JD Swag, Monty 540, Coyote Kelly, Fresh Pateles, Home says Johnny's Payaso Racing, 50 Stallion, Bill Morrison, Ken McAllister, 94 GT Ver, Jesus Perez, Melissa. Oh, she isn't a member. That sucks. I think I excluded her from the chat, so I might have to change that because they're good people. Gregory Upvich, Hassan, Garage Build Coyote, Bruce Willis, James MJ, EPA, yeah, he's a member. Walter Hoffman, Torque and Beans. You know what you should do, EPA? You should do a Facebook couples do. You should say EPA and Melissa and do it off of a joint account. But you know what's going to happen? You're going to have to actually share a phone. Can't do that. Minibike Madman, Walter Hoffman, Dill Space, JMD Decker, JD Joey Dunn, Minibike, Dre Day, Ken McAllister, Matt Oliver, High Rise 850, 305 F-150. He's not a member either. Damn. We do it live, Dre Day. Mexico Racing League says, hola, los pobres. Hola, por la mañana por los pobres. Rican 50, Mini Bad Man, and all the people. 661 Racing, you're not a member either. She needs to become a member. Yeah, that's... She's like, no. See, hell no, we ain't sharing the phone. Do you know how many guys send her dick pics? Oh, good shit. You know how many guys send Lake dick pics? Crazy shit. Okay, so PRI came and went, and the only thing of note, like at all, that I thought was halfway decent to talk about was the Megazilla, a crate engine that they released that has 600 horsepower. You know, something they already have on their crate engine program. The Ford 460 is already a 600 horsepower, big cubic inch engine. Not to say that it's... The thing is, a lot of people think the packaging is badass on this stuff. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I literally don't care. Like, I just don't give a shit. If you want a big V8 with a lot of torque, about the last thing I'm going to do is get a Godzilla. This is why. So let's say you get a Godzilla, Megazilla. Let's call it Megazilla because it's that's the high horsepower variant. You still got to tune it. That means you got to get what, OBR or whatever the fuck, or Ford Racing control pack for the manual only. But let's say you want an automatic. Well, the automatic is only going to be a turbo 400 with a special bell housing. And if you want an automatically shifted transmission, I don't know who makes anything that is automatically shift. Meaning, if you want to swap it into a cruiser, it's going to have to be manual trans, in my opinion. And who makes a manual trans bell housing Godzilla to T56? I'm sure they're going to start making them because this engine is going to be in a bunch of F100s and Galaxies and stuff or whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is something that, in terms of packaging is viable. And this is why. Mustang guys made fun of big cubic inch stuff to the LS guys. Remember those days, guys? Remember those days where you would say, it takes you guys 6 liters to compete with a 5.0. It takes you guys 7 liters with an LS7, I think, to compete with a 302 cubic inch 5.0. And now, y'all motherfuckers are gonna clap for a 7.3 liter truck engine that makes 445, and then the Megazilla variant that makes 600, and then you have to get OBR to tune it, and then you gotta, who the fuck, and then the size. So if you're a Fox body guy, you're gonna go after a Godzilla instead of a LS? Because let's be honest, in terms of packaging, the LS in terms of packaging is better for many swaps. I prefer the Coyote because, as you saw, certain YouTubers have Pikachu face when all you need is boost and fuel to make that motherfucker make some serious steam. And it beat a Pro-Charge Texas Speed Motor Corvette. Imagine a Whipple truck on the 85 beating a fully built motor Pro-Charge Corvette. By the way, did you see that homeboy can't shift at all without driver aids? Did y'all see the Corvette video? Y'all tell me homeboy's a driver mod. Shut up. I've seen RPG Max Effort N8 car yesterday pass. I saw a 10.4, but I'm sure they got to be a lot faster than that. I don't know. What's the car weigh? The RPG motor, you can make 600 wheel. What's a 600 wheel boosted car run at 3,800 pounds? Like, to buy an NA motor that makes 600 horsepower and put it in a 35 plus 100 pound car, you might as well put the clown hat on. Nah, this is too much. It's weird. You might as well put the clown hat on. You're going to buy a 600 wheel horsepower motor and put it in a full weight car. Boy, you're a stupid. So that motor belongs in a extremely light car. But the problem is it's a Gen 3. So a lot of Gen 3 guys are not going to do the king dingling gut. They're just not. 351 Windsor over a Godzilla. Exactly. So now, okay, let's say you're 14,000 into a Megazilla build. And then you got to do trans, tuning, blah, 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 blah. Just get a 351 Windsor 460 cubic inch motor. It's going to make Megazilla power. It's going to make Megazilla power. So I don't understand the push for Godzilla, and I've always thought it was dumb to tout big inch pushrod stuff on Ford when for 20 years we were overhead cam people, efficient, boost and fuel, and just send it down the road. But all of a sudden, people are trying to push this down your throat because it's a truck motor. And I said it a bazillion times. It's a truck motor. F1X Charger as well, so not like they have a small blower, right? So that channel proves to me, that channel alone has proven LSs to be inferior to Coyote. Shit I've been saying since the outset of Coyote. That channel, if you're an LS yee boy with pit vipers and a straw hat, and you're like, yeah, LS is everything. Look at me. Oh, LS. I have LS in my name. I have an LSX tattoo. I have an LSX on my calf. Oh, a stock motor Whipple truck beat the shit out of a fully built C7 with a Pro-Charger? Ain't that some shit? Nobody in the Ford community was surprised. Nobody was surprised in the Ford community. Didn't he get beat by a whole bunch of other Coyotes that same day? Stop it. But Alex, it's Megazilla. Yeah, look. A lot of people thought this was going to end up in a Mustang. Again, I quit Ford, so I don't care. But I still don't think it's going to end up in a Mustang because it doesn't make sense, because passenger vehicles are beholden to certain fuel mileage limitations or expectations, and a 6+ liter, 7+ liter pushrod engine in a 4,000-pound car is stupid, and it's not going to get the proper miles per gallon because nobody is going to pay a gas guzzler tax in a regular GT. Now, will they make like a very short run of like a super duper snake with a Megazilla? Maybe. Who the fuck wants that when you can get gizapped by a Coyote? Stop it with the bullshit. It's a crazy day when it comes to Ford stuff. Ford guys were like, yeah, fucking Coyote, yeah, fuck LS. Then Godzilla comes out and they go, go Godzilla? I'm like, no, it's treat it like an LS, just Ford's version. Hey Alex, does PMAS just sell the CJ adaptation for the CAI and can't find the site, or would have to buy a whole new PMAS intake with it? I think you have to buy a whole new PMAS. I don't think they just sell the elbow. Ford is just embarrassing now, I agree. Didn't sell enough of Turvey's hash brown, so have to be a member this month. Yeah, mine went almost as fast as on a stock block NA pump gas bakes, and 661 Racing had a Gen 1. 661 Racing had a Gen 1 stock motor. Then he ended up putting a different motor in it with higher compression, and it did extremely well. What's up, Alex? Giovanni Sanchez says, Sancho Plumbing Services finally catching alive, been busy as fuck. You see all the money spent on building a better car security system with ADT? Pretty wild. No. How much longer before Jim Farley is fired? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think Jim Farley has done a really bad job for Ford. And can anyone tell me what good has he done at Ford? Like, because let's be honest. CEOs are tasked on potentially having the direction, and they're the face of the company. They're the face of the company. They are tasked with potentially steering the company in one direction or another, but mostly they don't know what's going on. They don't know, Billy Bob in, assembly line Z in the Dearborn plant or wherever the fuck they're, the Romulan, who the fuck knows where the shit is. So he's basically the figurehead and steers the product. When he said this,
take that, Elon Musk.
That's the first time I went, wait a minute, whoa. To say this,
take that, Elon Musk.
And you don't have anything that competes with the guy you
take that, Elon Musk.
Go, why would you do that? Like, why would you poke the bear like that? Why would you go out of your way to make news? And I think it's a CEO move. It's how Donald Trump used to use Twitter. He used to use Twitter to just go, put a shine a light on things. Oh, by the way, did you see the Twitter files? Oof, good shit. Go there, watch the Twitter files. It's gonna get way fucking worse. You'll see. Good stuff. Good. I read that motherfucker live. I love that shit. So, I think he has done a really bad job for the company. I think when you look at his tenure and what Ford did in terms of the losses, the transferring over to full electric, the outset of the F-150, the introduction, the rollout, the massive problems, the shitty Maverick that came out, just the company has not done well under his leadership. And I wonder who can go out there and get after it and be a man, not built Ford proud. Could you imagine the virtue signaling and silliness that whole campaign had to, and you're sitting there as a hardworking blue collar guy that supported Ford for all your life. You just sit, you leave people alone, you do the right thing, you shut the fuck up, you get your money, you got a side hustle, you're an honorable man, you respect people, and this fucking company, cocksucker, puts out a slogan or allows a slogan to be put out to virtue signal that they're better than you because they're inclusive. I don't give two shits. That's just the problem. It's not that I'm exclusive, meaning I don't disallow things to happen. I just don't give a fuck. It's a lot more simple than pushing a certain agenda down or dismissing a whole section of people. We just don't give a fuck. And I don't want my truck that I like becoming a fucking some kind of, I don't know, mascot for that shit. No, thank you. Leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me alone. That's all I want. I don't want you telling people that the truck I own is part of the movement. Fuck you. Make a better product and shut the fuck up. That's all you need to do. If you make a better product, how many people bought a Ford because they saw that slogan? Stupid ass motherfuckers. Why don't you paint every car purple then, stupid? Yeah, it doesn't matter how the company performs. It matters how well they comply with the government. You're right. I'm not going to disagree with you at all. The Z06 has significantly different body than a Stingray. The new E-Ray C8 is going to use the Z06. I can't. He's writing a fucking Motor Trend article. Had a girl go full grapefruit mode on me last night. What's that mean? What does that mean? Go woke, go broke. I wonder if there's a rainbow flag outside Ford at HQ. I guarantee there is. Because I guarantee someone in the government says, oh, hey, motherfucker. You see all those guys in your factory? The UAW, they belong to us, the government. So whatever the fuck we tell them to do, they're going to fucking do it. And this is what you're going to do, motherfucker. First of all, you're going to put a motherfucking rainbow flag on the top of your shit. You understand? Yep. Second of all, motherfucker, you're going to make 60% of the fucking cars you sell out there fucking EV, right? Right? Why? Well, I got a vested interest in some lithium shit, motherfucker, and we got to get after this Elon cuz, right? Okay. And third of all, motherfucker, anything you make on this motherfucker, 20% of it is mine. You understand? Because I keep it. You put that shit in my pocket. Talk to Hunter about it. We're good. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. At least Dodge, in terms of optics, was like, yeah, we finna make a car that you can slide in real easy like. They put 212s in the back of their cars, okay? Because they know their fucking customer base. A CD comes in the motherfucking car when you get it. Stop it. Bill for proud. And then everyone's like, yo, you're gay. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. And they're like, whoa, we got a Megazilla. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here with the bullshit. Dodge sells cars that have like places to put your Blick, your AK, the honey bun. They got honey bun cartridges. They got banana clip holders, honey bun cartridges. Stop it. Stop it. Papi Alex, how we doing today? Says Nico Bellic. Isn't Nico Bellic the Grand Theft Auto 4? Was Nico Bellic the New York Grand Theft Auto character? Because I remember the Russian accent. Good morning. Build back better. What did it say about soundboard? The grapefruit BJ is on your soundboard. Oh, wait a minute. You had a girl do the sloppy toppy
twist up and down
on your
shaft
shit?
and suck the head at the same time.
Good for you. Good for you. All right. I don't know if I want that done on my dick.
You're going to twist up and down the shaft and suck the head at the same time.
No, I'd laugh if you did that. Like, I want you to love on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you did some crazy shit like that, I'm like, the fuck are you doing? At the Ford plant I work at, yes, they have flags and even painted a flag on the path into the plant. Most of us don't give a fuck with the woke bullshit. Wow. Do you imagine? Yeah, PS3 days. Yeah, GTA 4. Excellent. Oh, look at that. Alex knowing all the bullshit. That's why they're heavy. Ford has a place for me to put my lipstick. Stangmo. Hey, Stangmo. Nice to see you here. So nice to know that Ford has a place for you to put your lipstick. Dodge has the Metro PCS Quick Connect. Jim Farley is the Joe Biden of Ford. Both have ruined everything. Imagine you're a third generation or second generation Ford assembly line worker. Your dad built Torinos, like Clint Eastwood. I built that car right there. I put the bumper on that. I put the steering rack on that son bitch. And then you know, maybe because of nepotism, you actually get a job at Ford. Is it nepotism? Is it nepotism? Is that the right word? Where because you're family, and you get something you don't deserve? I think so. So you go in and you start walking into your plant, and one day there's a motherfucking rainbow flag on your shit, and you don't care. You literally don't care. You just want to get to the assembly line and put windshields on vans. And then someone says, "Hey, did you notice the flags?" I don't care. And then you're like, but what about, hey, what part about I don't care don't you understand? Well, what do you mean? Are you anti? No, shithead. I literally don't care. I am here to earn a paycheck to put windshield on this bitch. And now you're a bigot. Did you see Jim Drifting Vaughn's drift car dudes a tool? No. Send me a link. Here, though. Not on Instagram. Fuck that. That's not the real Stang mode because he didn't say lip thick. He does have a lisp. Tow hooks for the repo trucks to hook up to. The repo trucks. Nice. Little late, Daddy. I'm here. I'm sorry. Says Dushitty Family Toretto. Yes, nepotism. Thank you. You'd want that, Alex. So I don't understand the whole push. But PRI, nothing surprised us at PRI. Absolutely nothing surprised us. There's nothing popping, nothing badass. Ford is still sorry as shit. You saw NPK guys, you saw Nitrous, and you saw Fuel Tech come out with a thing, a touch screen that you can like completely tune your car with a touch screen. I love you. I want a laptop. I love you. When it comes to tuning, you think I'm going to sit there with a stylus? Well, here we got the future tuning device, right? Okay, cool. Okay, now let me just adjust the timing table. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, this thing's really tiny. It's not linear. I love it. I understand what they're trying to do, but like, it's over, right? Like, it's over. Like, the whole streetcar push, the whole, look at what's happening with tracks. They're closing tracks regardless if they're successful or not, you know, because of property and people are encroaching on that. So you're either, if you want a track nowadays, you're going to have to buy all the land around it and hope that all the land around it and the people that come to your track actually pay for that. And you know what? They're not going to do that because racing is becoming sideshows. Racing is becoming street shit. Mexico is only 3 honks away. So you're going to tell me that I have to build a car with a belly pan, with a 25.1, 25.3, whatever the fuck spec is nowadays, so I can go down the track 8 seconds or quicker or 7 seconds or quicker, and then have you yell at me because my car doesn't have heat in the motor or because I didn't pull over fast enough because I was going 200 fucking miles an hour and didn't notice the bitch blew up. I'll do that on the street. Fuck that. It's kind of like the Kroger employees that got fired for not wearing their rainbow apron at work. I heard about that, dude. I heard about the Kroger stuff. Unreal. Yeah, that was whack. Touchscreen. Is it EPA legal? Of course not. I am blown away. And that's the other thing that really, really caught my eye during this EPA stuff, or during the PRI stuff. Nobody is aware of the EPA stuff. They hear about it and they think it doesn't affect them. They think it doesn't affect them at all. And I'm like, guys, that's literally going to shut everything down. Now, it can be delayed because of the whole stuff that's happening with, honestly, Twitter. Twitter's going out there and dropping bombs on this whole administration, the whole left-leaning kind of, and they're just fucking them up because they have the receipts of how they're trying to trample on your rights. So eventually, if the EPA gets a little silly like that, it's just going to be yet another example. And I know the gun guys right now are losing their fucking minds. But I get it. Similar fight, but it doesn't affect me. It does and it doesn't. Let's just, obviously. But similar thing. The government's going to trample on those rights. They're going to trample on the rights of race car guys. What's going to stop them? Nothing. Nothing short of, I don't want to say the words because this is YouTube. YouTube will get rid of your shit if you say certain key words. They're closing airports like crazy. Development is killing track in airports. Do you think that all the tracks are closing is an EV push? No, Adam. I don't think it's an EV push. EV push is just a future. The EV push is pushing internal combustion engine over horses. I mean, once battery technology gets better and better, and again, we're in only year 10 of battery technology. We talked about what cars looked like from 1930 to 1940, from 1940 to 1950, from 1950 to 1960. That was, 50 years, and it was generally the same, except the cars got bigger and heavier. The engines did not make a bunch of power. All of a sudden, in the mid-60s, everybody wanted horsepower and crazy-looking cars and colors. Then in the 80s, the advent of fuel injection, turbocharging, hybrid stuff took over. Overhead cam engines, high revving, low displacement, motors on axles with engines, and regenerative braking has all come about. The electric car game, it's in its infancy. So if you project the growth of EV that is similar to the growth of internal combustion engine, you're going to have 800-mile range, 1,000 horsepower, 3,800-pound sedans in about 10 years. Mexico is 3 honks away. Sounds like member in the emoji in the making, right? I'm a car guy, but I'm also a huge gun guy, so both matter to me. I get it. It matters to me, too, because it affects me, okay? It affects my ability to protect myself. And I get it 100%, but this channel is a car channel. If I make it a gun channel, then I'll just be a part of another fucking... I don't want to learn a whole new thing. I'll let people that are well-versed on that subject talk about it. I'm just a dumb car guy. EV push my stool in, nice. It would definitely be a great shirt I'd buy. That's already a shirt, dude. Mexico is only 3 honks away is a shirt I think 1320 video has. Gun guys have Second Amendment. At least car guys are screwed. The EV push is LS swapping a toothbrush. 273 peasants watching, only 118 likes. Smash that like button, peasants. Yep. 100. It's sad. I mean, and again, I love you. The only way this channel grows is that way, but I understand. Because look, I'm going to pivot. You guys don't care about the videos. Let's be 100% honest, and it's probably because of what I'm putting out there. I'm putting content out there that the general public does not like, but a specific car does like, and I don't want to change that. I don't want to change what I do because then I want to have to like what I do. But the car content you guys aren't liking. You guys like the live streams. You guys like being on chat, talking some shit, and going ham on some comments and making fun and clipping the videos and putting them on Instagram. And that's probably what I should concentrate on. But every once in a while, I'll make car videos. But gone are the days where I'm making 50-minute car videos because you guys don't care. You guys want to see something else. And that's okay. That's not a problem. I will just keep making those videos once in a while. And hopefully if another platform opens up like Twitter, I will start merging that stuff, and hopefully that audience is more into that than this audience, because this YouTube is not into this. YouTube wants to watch Mr. Beast give a bum $10,000. That blows my mind. Elon has the entire left putting on their Pikachu faces, and I absolutely love it. It makes me respect him even more. So I remember, and I love talking shit, the guys at London like Elon, and I love them. All of a sudden, they've come around on Elon. And I go, ooh, interesting. But that's okay. Better late to the party than never show up at all. They're now seeing that the guy bought Twitter for the right reasons. And he's going out there showing the receipts. It's a slow release. It's a trickle of information. We want all the information now. But man, this long process of releasing the receipts, oh, it just stays in the news cycle forever. Oh, the penny. Here we go. You don't get it. EV is a scam. A scam? Okay, tell me what is a scam about EV. And again, lithium is not the only ingredient or the only thing batteries are made of. It's like talking kerosene. TP Penny 80. Of course you're a peasant. Do you think everything ran on kerosene forever? And do you think kerosene people were like, kerosene's a gimmick, and then gasoline, diesel, and higher refined fuels were invented. So we are now on lithium-based battery stuff, nickel, and a couple other. But don't you think they're going to have solid state and different materials because it's obviously not sustainable to mine lithium for the rest of your fucking life. But it is not a scam. You know what's a scam? Regular cars are a fucking scam. Let's define scam. A scam is something that is a gimmick that is not what it actually is. EVs, after you drive one and you own one for over a year or two, it kind of pays for itself. The power delivery doesn't degrade. Now, what is a scam? Ford's version of an EV is the definition of a scam. Ford's definition of Ford's Lightning is literally, in my opinion, a fucking scam. You're going to get a truck that they said had a 300-mile range for $40,000, and now you find out that if you're towing something with the heater on, you get 70 miles per charge. That, sir, is a scam by definition. Drede says, I may be late, but you heard that the hydrocarbon trap by the MAF is the reason the 22 Mustang GT is down on horsepower? Correct. So if you look at the Mach 1 also, the Mach 1 has a GT350 cold air. If you look inside the cold air, it has a fucking carbon trap and it slows down airflow and it's down on horsepower. Again, guys, if you do this to the 23 Mustang, I have a sneaking suspicion that if you try to tune it by adding another cold air, it's gonna be a problem. I love the Model 3 performance would make such a fun day. I agree that Elon is doing well with Twitter. I just believe it's in business interest, not because he's a gift. We both support. Again, I think you're wrong. Let's be honest here. More cubes, more boost. What's more likely? That Elon, who is already the richest man in the world, he could go on a yacht and fuck bitches for the rest of his life. He's already the richest man in the world. SpaceX, Boring Company, Tesla, and Optimus, and what's the one with the brain implant? All that stuff. You think he said, you know what? I want to make even more money, and I want to make Twitter something to make more money, and I'm going to troll motherfuckers and fuck with the Democratic Party, put my life in danger by exposing that stuff because I want to make more money. A byproduct is, yes, a successful business, but he's already successful. What do people don't understand? That a guy that is loaded already has nothing to gain by putting his life in danger by exposing a political party. Tell me exactly how does that monetarily help him if he's fucking dead? Jeff Johnson Jr. said, is it cool to ask the members for channel feedback? I could use some help on what it's like and not like. It doesn't matter. I have the analytics. I have the analytics available to me. You guys don't watch the videos that I put out there that are car content. If I'm out there racing, you guys don't watch. If I'm out there building something, putting a car together, showing you the carburetor difference, you guys don't watch. If I'm out there talking about why Mustang owners crash into crowds, you guys watch. The channel members are maybe 2,000 channel members. So they pay because they like and support the channel. But the vast majority of the 62,000 or 63, I don't even know how many I got, 64, 65,000, those don't watch at all. If you watch the difference between a subscriber and non-subscribe, the non-subscribes are 10 or 12,000 people that don't even click the like or subscribe button to watch my videos, and they don't get notified. So, okay, in terms of trying to get you guys to watch stuff, live streams are where it's at, and the car content, 2,000 people watch it. Now, will I go out of my way to make a 40-minute video for 2,000 people? Probably not. But I will do members only stuff that is car centric for sure. Ooh, I am sweating. Can't wait for Boiler to add a speaker to my Mach-E. Jeffrey Epstein holds the answer to the Clintons. This happened. For the record, I watched everything. Not again, EPA. There are people. Most of the people on this chat specifically watch everything. Watch everything. They watch me. There's gonna be 2 videos coming up back to back that are. I'm not even gonna give it away. It's good and bad, but I want you guys to see it on the video because I want you guys to watch it just to get content out there. But my God, what a day I had yesterday. What a fucking day. But I'm going to just concentrate on the live stream stuff, primarily because I was trying to get you guys videos 3 or 4 times a week. And I was busting my ass, and that's like a 10-hour, 12-hour day after work, and I'd stay up till 10 at night editing video, and 12 at night, and 1 in the morning, this and this and that. And then 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh yeah, nobody watched it. So it was a waste of time. Elon is having fun telling Democrat that he's helping save free speech. No, he just wants more money. The guy was worth $200 billion. Borla has already had speaker for the exhaust for the Mach-E. The real ones watch. Not a member, and I like and watch everything. Do you think I can swap a Mustang cams on a Gen 2 F-150 and have it work? Sarah Jamil. I don't think so. I don't know because of the firing order. You know what I mean? Like if you take a F1, I mean, theoretically, yes, but I don't know where the phasers and everything. So let's say you have a Gen 2 F-150 bottom end. You can technically put Mustang cams and heads on it. So let's say you have an F-150 long block, Gen 2. Can you put Mustang cams in it and have it work by changing the firing order? Potentially. But I don't know that answer 100%. I'm not an engine guy. I'm not an anything guy. I'm barely a tuner. You think Elon would be Epstein? Yeah. I think Elon is in deep trouble, and he could be killed. Plain and simple. The guy he might be too big to fail because Russians hate him, because he spoke up against Russia and Ukraine situation. Now the Democrats really hate him. They used to love. The funny thing is watching a Democrat hate Elon Musk and go to a rally to hate on Elon Musk and leave in a Tesla. Like, that's hilarious to me. The information part of the channel is why I watch. We might not be the majority, but we're loyal. I appreciate that. Nitrogen Bias Supply, GT500 content. I enjoy the 60 to 130 testing with different mods. Yeah, unfortunately, you're one of 3 people. Jeff John says, I watch everything. I'm just behind on videos. I watch everything you put out, usually twice at work and once on TV. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. That really does help. Will there be one day? Will there be one day tuner files? Yeah, but the problem is this. It is taking care of itself. The people that were pieces of shit are irrelevant now and make no money. And they've lost whatever success they thought they had by doing what they did. They're irrelevant. And they don't really have a voice in the game. So it's kind of taking care of itself. So to kick somebody while they're down is probably not something I would do specifically, unless someone targeted me for some shit. Like if someone... Do you guys wonder why no one's really come after me? Like I don't have any dirt. I've been real honest about everything. But what I've seen in the industry when it comes to tuning is so fucked up because you thought it was honorable, good, and no, it's all bullshit. Most of it is bullshit. Before, the whole in the last 2 years, the EPA stuff has verified that it's bullshit. The politics behind it, the people behind it, the people that say they're tuners, it's all 100% bullshit. But what do I have to gain by kicking somebody while they're down? Because these people that do bad stuff, they're not relevant. They're not racing. They're not successful. They don't have a big voice in the game. They don't really have a competitive advantage. So I'm like, why would I want to go out of my way and talk shit on a tuner or tuners or tuning companies that did some crazy shit when they're just irrelevant? Guys, you better have not cracked the lip on the 01. No. 01's good. 01's good. You guys might cry. The video that I'm gonna release. So I'll do this. I'll release it to the members only right after this. That video is it gives you emotional ups and downs, and it's gonna leave you hanging on the edge of your seat for what I have to do next. So then the next video I have to do today. Today after the show, I'm gonna go make a video, and hopefully that'll be the part 2 to the video that I'm gonna release to the members today. So right after the show, members will get a brand new video to watch, and then at 8 o'clock tonight, I'll make it live for the general public, and then I'll work on the second video today. Hey Alex, I appreciate everything you put out. Thanks for everything. You got it, brother. I believe you can put a Gen 2. It's a big wiring headache. I think PBH has a video of Frank explaining it. Not a member, but I watch all your stuff. Thank you. Second mode, legit question. Why does the traditional car manufacturers make EVs, trans tunnels, and standard ICE frames? That is a scam. That is a scam. So the scam is taking an existing body, existing frame, existing architecture with a trans tunnel and stuffing batteries in it, a la the F-150 Lightning. So you're going to get in a Tesla and you can slide across that motherfucker and there's no trans tunnel because there's no trans. So the American big three, their EVs still have a trans tunnel for some fucking reason. Or maybe they do or don't, but they don't have an architecture that's strictly EV yet. Tesla does. I even hate to say this, but I think Chevy's EV trucks are better than Ford's EV trucks right now. Best educational automotive information on this channel. Thank you. Oh no, ditch lock. No, guys, I don't crash cars. My cars are not crashed. I do not crash stuff. Okay? My cars are not crashed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alex is untouchable. Honesty is best policy. I'm telling you, if people really want to get after me, I got dirt on everybody. So, they there's nothing. To be truthful and honorable is so rare nowadays that it's shocking. That's what blows my mind. It's like if you lie and you're a piece of shit, it's almost expected. But if you're like truthful and honorable, people don't believe you. Have you ended your traction on 6S battery? No, not yet. Something happened to the GT500? Yes and no, really. Just got to work. Good morning, y'all. Sweet. Roller coasters are fun. Minivan floors, right? They got new old stock left over. I watch a lot of your content while I drive. 11 hour in a semi can get boring. Your stuff makes it a lot better. I appreciate that. I think Tesla calls this chassis a skateboard. That's so they can add ICE engine when the batteries fail. Again, whatever. Look, I don't care about the EV push from the big three. If I'm going to buy an EV, I'm going to buy a Tesla. I am not going to buy a Rivian. I'm not going to buy a Lucid. Lucid's going to go under. Lucid's literally going to go under. They are discounting their cars because people are canceling orders. You understand? Let's say if you put in a deposit on a Lucid Air and the car is close to be made and you're like, I don't want this thing. And you want your deposit back. They're like, well, we'll take about $50,000 off the car. So that means in about 10 years, Lucid stuff's going to be super cheap. Trans tunnel has different meaning on the electric F-150. Nice. If Ford had to build an airplane, they would start with an Explorer chassis. That's funny. Checking late. No. The AED carb has not come back. Remember, guys, PRI happened this weekend. So they happened, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And a lot of the people were there, so it's going to be delayed. So I'm probably going to hear back this week, hopefully. But I need the AED carb to come back so I can keep chugging on the notch because I love that car. I mean, guys, I'm liable to buy a carburetor from a competitor. I'm at this point where I can call CSU or something and be like, hey, I got a small block Ford, cam specs unknown. It's got this head, this intake, this displacement, and it makes this much horsepower. Do y'all have a carb? And I want adjustable air bleeds. I think I'm gonna look into that, but that's like $1,100. How about we wait for the video to come out? Yeah. So what do you want? EPA? Okay, guys, let's do a poll here because I love you guys. You guys are the best. So how do I do a poll here? Plus, start a poll, release. Wait. So what do you mean? What do you mean like? You're telling people not to. Yeah, I'm not going to give away what. I'm not going to give away. Yeah. You don't need a poll. I know what you're asking. You're basically saying, how about we wait till the video comes out before we ask Alex? I'm not going to tell you on this chat what the video is about because then why watch the video? The tuning world is wild behind the public eye. Yep, absolutely. More cubes, more boost. Absolutely. If you knew what my tuning triangle video, I made it absolutely blind to the industry. And it was 100% spot on. And it scared people. And the people that were the most scared are the ones that contacted me to try to get it on my good side. Alex, you remember Steve Grayback? No. The Lucid factory was purchasing parts off of Amazon to complete their builds. Seat motors, windows, actuators. Oh my lord. The consumer masses are so ignorant. They don't know the work Elon did with the ground EV development. Right. The consumer market thinks that Elon Musk came into a company that had a car. They did not. Elon Musk came into a company that had a name and a prototype called the Lotus, the little Lotus with a little motor. And they took that car to, I think, Mercedes. And they showcased it. I'm sorry, Elon showcased it. Well, once Everhard was removed and Elon put in his millions of dollars to prop up the company, and slowly but surely the Model S became a thing, the Model 3, and now it is a thriving, booming electric car manufacturer. People want to say, Elon didn't start Tesla. Elon just this guy really started Tesla. Yeah, he started Tesla. It's like me saying YDBT. What's YDBT? Just a fucking name and some asshole making videos. But let's say it becomes a, I don't know, airplane manufacturer. Yo, the douchebag airlines. Drake lyrics, no friends in the industry. I'm curious as to how many miles can be expected from an EV platform over the next 10 years. Like 100 plus miles? If so, that'll be awesome. What did he say? I'm curious as to how many miles can be expected from EV platforms. Guys, there's 100,000 mile Teslas everywhere. Hey, Alex, do you ever wonder what the world would have been if things like a water-fueled car might have made it? I'm going to be honest with you. I guarantee there's a documentary or articles where a guy invented a car, supposedly, that ran on water. I don't know how, but supposedly he ended up dead. So let's dive into the conspiracy theory rabbit hole. So let's say I'm Ford. How much does Ford generate per year? Ford profits per year. $21 billion a year, right? So Ford profits, let's say revenue. Let's just make it a nice, easy number, revenue. Ford revenue, $136 billion. So that means everything they make is worth about $136 billion. And we'll look at the other ones here. So let's look at where's display capture. Here we go. So Ford generates about $136.3 billion. And then General Motors, $127 billion. Renault, $46 billion. Tesla, $18 billion. So you have right here over close to $300 billion in revenue per year that these manufacturers are responsible for. And then some guy invents a car that runs on water. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to those companies? They either have to adapt his technology, give him money, pay rights, pay royalties, all that stuff, or they kill him and they keep the train going. They keep it going. What would be more likely? To say, hello, scientist, how are you? We would like to adapt your water technology to power vehicles and just have water vapor come out the car. And we'd like to see what the technology costs. Or they just go, hey, you want to have a coffee? Here's a cyanide pill in that fucking coffee and you're fucking dead. You tell me what's more likely to happen. So whenever there's money in anything, guys, you want to talk about electricity? Do you know how difficult it is to make electricity right now? Do you know, I think, what's his name? Kanye Asada, I think. He works at a power plant. And let's talk about what is required to generate electricity. So to generate electricity, you have to have a fusion reaction or you burn dinosaurs. So that's it. So, or you stick a fucking rod to the center of the earth and have geothermal stuff to make electricity, to spin a turbine to make electricity. But let's say somebody invented, remember the Spider-Man movie where Doc Ock was the villain? Sustainable energy, the power of the sun in my hands. And it went out of control and he had to fucking put it in the river. So let's say someone like a Tony Stark or a person like that invents a self-sustaining forever fuel. He will die. Because there's money involved in this whole situation, just like the track with Bradenton and the homes. There is $14 million a year to be had by Manatee County. Do you think they're going to go, you know what? It's all good, man. You keep your track and make a whole bunch of noise. We'll build the houses somewhere else. Stop it. Ford's booth at PRI was tiny this year. I was sad watching the doors closing on model muscle car era. It's slowly closing. So we have to either adapt or fuck it. But Alex, Manatee's love for the warm water for the power plants, that is true. Wasn't it a Civic that he made run on water, then they killed him and crushed his car? You know, for me, it would have lowballed him for the water tech, and Ford would have copied it and got sued. Right. Hydropower, that's true. But then you have to build and completely remake land for hydroelectric power. Not many natural fucking massive rivers that have perfectly natural slopes to be able to spin a turbine. Tony Stark is dead, though. Turvey's Mustang to power the world. Ain't no money in a cure, right? It's simple. It's called a battery charger. Just ask your brother. No, it was my brother. It was my ex's brother thought that there was infinite power by hooking up a battery to a charger to a battery. He's like, we were sitting around the dinner table, and he goes, "Oh my God, Alex, I think I got it." I go, "What do you mean? What's going on?" He's like, he was a truck driver. So he's like, I keep my food cold and I got this little cooler, right? But the problem is, it runs off of, some electricity, and I don't have 110 in the truck, but I have an inverter. But then, the battery runs out or whatever. I'm like, what battery? He goes, I got a 12 volt. I go, you got a 12 volt? I was just so confused as to what he was saying, And he goes, but I think I got it. What if I take a battery, hook it up to a charger, hook it up back to the battery, and also have the cooler running off that unit? I thought it was so stupid that it confused me. I went, so a battery to an inverter, so a battery to a charger, back to the battery. He goes, yeah, it charges itself. Wow. Does Turvey have beadlocks? Okay. Just plug the power strip into itself. Infinite power. Unlimited. Unlimited power.
I am going to end this once and for all.
Where's the unlimited power part? Right there. He says unlimited. Here we go. Power! Unlimited power! Unlimited power. Gotta love it. My God. Boy, that kid was a dumbass. That kid was a fucking dumbass, bro. I don't know how he got along. There's a lot of expenses that you did not calculate in your tax theory. Okay. Do any of them come close to $14 million? Rob Stang. Find me a calculation from the BMP and the Freedom Factory, any tax calculation that equals. Are you saying that there should be more on the homes? You're right. But I don't know if you're saying that the Freedom Factory and BMP gives more to the community than homes would. That's the only way it's not going to happen. That's like my theory of dangling powered magnet in front of my car to make it go. It's interesting. Same effect if you just grab the negative and positive with one wrench. They have that in trucks already. It's called an APU. Sorry for being late on the show. Says underrated and technical. I will have to rewatch. Well, you are forgiven. Yes, Steve was the original Turbo Monster. New sound clip. Absolutely. Like, I'm blown away by people that think that they invented something. Now, I understand the whole water power thing, and the people that don't understand EV are the biggest haters of EV, and I understand that too. I understand that if I don't understand something, I'm going to be highly critical of it because I don't understand it. But if you sit down for about 20 minutes and just forget Google, just go on the internet and just type in the right stuff, go on YouTube, and you'll see a lot of reasons why EV stuff is not as gimmicky as you would think, especially if you're in the game of power, convenience, efficiency, and technology. Rob Stan contributes to the bad food at BMP. Yeah, he probably makes the chicken strips. He's like, Alex, you didn't understand. They're going to sell chicken strips with sweet potato fries and marshmallow dip. That alone is going to... shut up. No, I want them to stay forever. But let's be honest. 14 million versus about 2 million, let's just say on the nice side. It's an easy calculation. Hey Alex, it's called an APU, says Bronco Stank. APU runs off of diesel. Mohammed, how are you, sir? Thank you for being on the show. Anyway, he's like, hey Alex, I have a 20 F-150 with basic NA mods, 18 Mustang Mini, free-flowing exhaust. I'm tuned by Lund and I want to ask about short-term fuel trims and long-term fuel trims. When should I be concerned? If you're concerned, send a data log to Lund. Don't look at them. Don't try to analyze them, because unless you understand what is happening internally as a tuner and mechanically, those numbers are not going to make sense. It has a map sensor. Unless there's unmetered air coming in, the trims should not be far off at all. If you have a stock map sensor, and unless you have a leak under the manifold, meaning at the gaskets on the head, you shouldn't have to do shit, to be honest with you. Voodoo 350 says, debated yesterday with a friend about keeping stock cats on a Coyote after supercharging. Can you explain to him that it is perfectly fine as long as boost is reasonable and cat protection is active? Yes, it is 100% reasonable to keep cats on a stock Coyote. Roush does it. ZR1s have cats. They're boosted. ZL1s are boosted, have cats. CTSVs are boosted, have cats. I don't understand what's so difficult for him to get. EcoBoost trucks are boosted and have cats. What doesn't he understand? What does he think an aftermarket supercharger does than a factory unit does? An aftermarket supercharger is just not made by the OEM. So the tuning has to be... Why do you think Roush limits your RPM on your supercharged vehicle? When you get... Exactly, EPA is like, who's deleting cats? Asking for no reason. Why do you think Roush limits your RPM when you have a Roush supercharger on a Mustang? Why do you think the Lambda is 0.72 at wide open throttle? Come on, stop it. Did you ever get over the top Oakley's Jordan jersey for when you're driving your Fox? No, not yet. Toyota and Yamaha were recently working on a hydrogen V8. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Alex, love what you're doing. Thanks. Thank you, Charles. Ex-brother's driving around in solar panels on his semi. Rob Stang on the chicken station. Turvey on the hash browns. The town will have to expand their services to maintain the town. Yes. Okay, what's wrong with that? That just means more tax revenue. Who do you think pays for development? The town? Hey, Rob Stang, let me ask you a question. Do you think the town puts up the strip malls? I need you to be really specific here. Tell me how the town is not going to benefit from an extra 4,500 homes in that town in terms of revenue. Go ahead, explain it to me. Do you think the town puts up the gas stations? Do you think the town puts up the shopping malls? Do you think the town puts up... All they do is infrastructure. And that is paid for by the taxes. Like, tell me, since you know more than me about this calculation, tell me the exact number the town has to put up to accommodate those 4,500 homes. Go. Right. That's even more revenue. Government probably doesn't use cats. They send tons of Ford trucks overseas without emissions. My Salza and Harbor Freight welder make a lot more money than EPA. I delete the cats. Great. Congrats on the getting on the list. Right. Tony Spadafino. All you need is a larger body of running water. Look up Hydro-Quebec. Oh my. All you need is a massive amount of water somewhere. Infinite water. Looking for a mod motor builder in Michigan. Have you dealt with anyone built by Holbrook Racing? Nope. Mod motor? We're talking like Coyote? It's going to be FFRE. It's going to be, who the fuck is this? It's some automatic payment. Who the fuck paid who? Oh, Xfinity. Yeah, they're fucking me hardcore. Where the fuck was I? FFRE, RPG, TKM. Why do you want it to be in a specific area? The backwards logic is pretty funny. Keeping cats to be green, then goes into cat overtemp, then dumps fuel. Exactly. We are doing pretty good. Yeah, this peasant chat is definitely delivering when a guy says that the town is going to have to accommodate these homes. No, they don't. A land developer comes in, buys 10,000 acres. And then they pay taxes on that. Then they put homes in it. Then they pay taxes on the property tax once people move into that house. Then there's electricians, carpenters, roofers, finishers, drywall guys, concrete guys, all that shit. Then another land developer goes, shit, there's 4,500 homes in that neighborhood. How about we put in a 7-Eleven with a Dunkin' Donuts attached right here? Boom. He buys the land, pays taxes on it, puts 7-Eleven in it. It starts making revenue. Stop, man. Just stop. I live in New York. No matter how homes you have, there's never enough money to sustain our services. You're in fucking New York, dude. Rob Stang, you're in fucking New York. New York is a shithole, crooked, fucked up state. Get out of that state, live somewhere else, and see how things are run. You think the rest of the world runs like New York runs? In New York, you can't put up a fucking a high rise unless you give the mob money. Bet me on that. Stop. The contracts for even the water, sewer would be millions. Plus, all the people now will pay their utilities for the rest of their lives. Exactly. Again, Rob Stang from New York makes sense that he's from New York because he's saying dumb shit. Well, here in New York, they can't sustain the services. What? Don't forget Popeye's, churches, and KFC. Bro, could you imagine? New York is horrible. Leave. Exactly. The developments have been dragging their feet and let these projects go at half speed. I've seen that happen also. Rob Stang needs to take a vacation to Florida. Exactly. Take a vacation. Leave your shit-ass state and see how the rest of the world runs. It's not run like New York. It's not run like New York. If the land is currently used for agricultural, the taxes are cheaper than if it was residential. Exactly. So let's say right now they have farmland and that guy is paying $25,000 a year because it's grandfathered in from some old shit. And then a land developer comes in and goes, oh no, we're about to make you $14 million on the same plot of land because we're going to put homes in it. The town's going to go, nope, there's a track 2 miles away. How dare you encroach on them? No, they're going to say, bet. The only place that charges income tax when you don't live in the state and do some work in New York. I live in New York State also. Saying it's corrupt is a huge understatement. New York says it all. Wow, we have some experts today. I wonder where the pecker is at with his 6-second Lincoln Marquis 2-val. 2 people from New York say Stang. Exactly. People from New York say Stang. Watch them build Section 8 housing next to BMP. Oh, my Lord. People definitely don't understand the cost of laying utilities. No idea. People think that it just shows up and the town has to supply it. I love Florida. Then why are you in New York? Notice he didn't have a comeback for what I said. New York sucks. I'll be leaving it soon. Good, Fast Rider. Get out of fucking New York. Mr. King says, the localities in Florida are run really well. I work with the water industry in the area and the governments are run really well. New York and Cali are one and the same. The only thing worse than Cali is New York. Leave your point of view in New York too. Exactly. And that's the problem here specifically. So what you're starting to see, and look, I knew for a fact that when I moved from Massachusetts to Florida, I stopped in Houston and that was a big mistake. Came back here. It was good. People keep their New York attitude in Palm Beach County. They think because they're from New York, because they're big shots in New York, that they can come here and talk to people a certain way. And people here don't take that shit. People here generally go, fuck you. Go back to New York. I need you to go back to fucking New York with your fucking New York bullshit. So what happens? People from New York keep a New York style of living, meaning they'll go to a store owned by a guy from New York. They'll go to the bagel shop owned by a guy from New York. They'll go to, they don't go to like a Colombian restaurant. They don't go to like a local bar. They go to like New York. Basically, they want New York in a tropical environment. And eventually you're going to have to do stuff that non-New Yorkers do, like go on a fishing charter, go this and that, and deal with the locals. And that's when the New Yorkers have a fucking attitude problem here. When they start thinking that they can talk to locals like they talk to people in New York, and it gets sideways really fast. Money talks, period. Also, means who gets the better cut, bet gets the better deal. I wish Cleater wouldn't have worn a hat in the courtroom. There's a certain way you need to present yourself when it comes to government, when it comes to, bro, I'm not, there's just nothing to say there. There's nothing positive to say. So I just say, you know what? Whatever. Now, if Alejandro Flores wanted to go to the town to make my case, I would have looked like I was like important, because the way you dress does absolutely affect how you're perceived. So do you guys a favor, do yourselves a favor, guys. If you got good clothes in your closet, wear it for a week. I'm saying nice pants, nice shoes, a belt that matches the socks or the shoes, nice dress shirt. Keep your face tight. You know, don't be all scruffy like me, because I don't give a fuck. Go out there and dress well. Bring a jacket to a restaurant. You know, just look the part. People treat you better. People treat you better. You're perceived as to be important. Who's that guy with the jacket and the shoes and the shh? Guy comes in with a hat and a shirt that says Cletus. You're like, who the fuck are you, bro? I would have dressed like I owned the building. Exactly. Go as YOLO. Alex, what shirt is that? It's just a Vinyl Freaks and Company shirt. Garrett Mitchell is getting lost behind Cletus, maybe. And unfortunately, that's a byproduct of the character. So the reason I stopped the YOLO stuff is that I don't want to be perceived as the character. Right now, you can go on my shit, and I am talking so much shit. And if I ever have to do anything serious, people will just reference that. You're this guy. You're YOLO douchebag. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing. You said Camaro guys are homos. I'm like, well, they are. So political stuff will never get taken serious. Now this guy's out there going yee skeedle deedle derp, and then now he's like, hello town folk, how are you? I studied law and I want to, and good for him that he's making an effort, but you gotta dress the part. Can't go over there with a mullet and a hat and expect to be taken seriously. BNP and Freedom Factory should build racer-owned condos on the property that'll increase tax base for the county as well as residential owner. They will not do that because nobody will buy them. They might buy them. There are some tracks that have garages that you can lease, and they're your garages. They're your garage. Lease it. I own that. That's my shit. There's a place here. I'll show you. What's that place? Luxury car garages near me. There's a place near me. Check this out. I think it's called. Fuck. It's on MLK. You know MLK Boulevard is bad. Where is the place where you can... Okay, Culver's? Where the fuck am I? Okay, let me... Military, Palm Beach Lakes, Florida Choice Motors. Let me just click here so I can see the satellite view. Let me see. Let's look at it together. The display capture. So let's find it together. Where are I? Planet Motors. Where are we? So where are we? Florida's Turnpike. What is this? Okeechobee. No, fuck Okeechobee. So it's around here somewhere. Hold on, because you guys are fucking weird. I want to find it before, because you guys are fucking weird. So I want to make sure. This Classic Car Autos. There's a place. Where's a satellite view? Production car. There's a place near me that on Jog Road. Let me see, Jog Road. I think it's on Jog, where you can lease badass garages, like super badass garages. What the fuck is this? Beeline Highway. Okay, so Beeline Highway, North Lake. No, we're way the other way. So I think it's Blue Heron. Beeline, North Military, Blue Heron. Okay, here we go. Allied Trailers, The Hangar. That's what it's called. The Hangar. Check it out. So there's a place really close to me that you can have luxury garages. It's called The Hangar. And each of these is for sale. And they are Basically, a place where you can store your fucking badass car collection. You have a loft, you have a game room. Now, what they don't allow in there is you to work on your car. But look at what this guy did. Or maybe this is it's got a kitchen, it's got wine, and it's got a loft on his shit. And people typically go there and have their, look at this. It's like a space where you can store your shit. This guy's got guitars on the wall. He's got an old fucking Porsche. He's got a spiral staircase up to the loft. This place is half a mile from you. Well, Alex, why don't you get it? They don't want my type there. They don't want a guy with a GT500, a Fox body, and a ZR1 in there. This is millionaire shit. Billy Badass. Oh, it's a Mustang, so maybe I'm wrong. It's a Porsche. I thought it was a Mustang. That's a Porsche. I'm like, what's this, a Mustang? Yeah, so guys, this place called The Hangar in West Palm Beach. Look it up. It is a luxury car garage. It is fucking badass. Can I afford it? Fuck no, because they're big money. Thermal Auto Club in California is a road racetrack with houses around it. Man cave, no two-stepping inside. Exactly, no two-stepping, none of that stuff. I can't believe there's a street in West Palm Beach named after Obama. Yeah, exactly. There's a place called Apex that has condos. MLK is where people got 180 on the dash. It's like buying a house near the airport. Just don't shut the airport down. Turvey declined keeping his race car there. It wasn't safe enough. If you could start opening a business, what would it be, car-related or not? I would never do a car-related business. Right now, if you're a guy that likes to work on cars on the side, let's say you're a talented mechanic. Yeah, exactly. Perfect home for the Fairmont. Imagine turning that car on and going down the street and they have a car show going on with Ferraris, Porsches, and this fucking Fairmont just rolls out. So if you're a very talented guy when it comes to building cars, let's say you're efficient, you have a passion for it because it's not your main hustle. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. If you want to see the true ugliness of humanity, build a car shop or start a car shop. People want discounts for everything. People want the tuning to be done in 2 minutes. People complain about the fact that you try to make money on your product. Hey, how much was my supercharger kit? Well, it was $9,200. It's $500 on Amazon. Look, it's $500 on Amazon. So why'd you charge me $9,200? Look, on Amazon, it's $500. How do I make money? I don't know, but you're not going to fuck me on that shit. You better discount the fucking price because I'm going to go to the Better Business Bureau and tell them that you're fucking me. Closed. Bye. Shut up. There's a community in Florida somewhere, build a racetrack and condo. It's not going to happen. Opening a mechanic shop is like owning a TV repair shop. I was a diesel mechanic. Now I work on electric forklifts. I forget the name, but I remember 1320 covered a full housing development around a drag strip. Can you two-step check in that place? Could you imagine two-step checking in that place? You'd get kicked the fuck out. The Fairlane would steal the show. Christening that place with the Fairmont. Is that the best you can do? Is that the best you can do? I mean, look, the guy down the street said he'd install the fucking blower on my car and he'd pay me. Wait, what? Yeah. You're going to charge me $1,800 for labor? What's your shop rate? Well, it's really cheap. It's $100 an hour. $100 an hour? I'll make $22 an hour as a manager at Target. Well, cool, but shop rate is $100 an hour. It's going to take you 18 hours? YouTube says it takes 3 hours. I'm good at $300 for install because the other guy said he's going to give me money to install it on my car. Spitting facts, no cap. Jake stopped. Jake's a very smart guy. Jake stopped. I, unfortunately, was a casualty of the car parts game. Jake said to me, Alex, if you want to put a turbo kit on your truck, on a truck, it'd be awesome if we're going to push the product and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'd consider it. So what did I do as an awesome friend? I said, so you want me to buy a truck? We'll put your turbo kit on it. We'll promote it. He goes, yeah, I think it can make 1,000, no problem. I'm in, brother. I'm your friend. I'm in. Let's go. Boom. Sight unseen. Buy Champ stamp from New York. Get it shipped down here. 2 months later, I'm not making the kit. Wait. I'm sorry. What? I'm not making the kit. Okay. Well, think about it, Alex. how much would you pay for a turbo kit? I'm like, 8,200 to 11,000, depending on intercooler, turbo size, accessories, da 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 da. So let's say between $9,000 and $11,000, I would pay. Same as a blower. Yeah, there's no meat in the bone there, because the parts, the labor, the configurations I have to do to make this turbo kit viable, meaning regular cab, 8-foot bed, quad cab, super crew. You know, I'd have to make different configurations. And then I have to be competitive with people like On3, Aldo, and whoever else makes turbo kits for this truck. So I'm not gonna make the kit. And I'm like, so what about this $30,000 truck that I bought because I wanted to support your shit? So I was a casualty. And it is just like, and I love Jake. He's a great guy. But I don't think he loses sleep over that shit at all. He just goes, hey man, how you doing? I'm like, how am I doing? I'm paying fucking $500 a month for a truck I don't need. That's how I'm doing. So that's probably going to be for sale, because no offense to ESS, I just don't want to go down that route. I don't think. Like, I thought about it, especially after yesterday. After yesterday's events, I had to sit there and go, what am I doing? The car videos, no one's watching them. The live streams are the only thing people are really watching, and that's what's making the money, and the memberships, which I appreciate. So I'm like, I gotta pivot. Champ Stamp, nobody's watched. When I put out a video on Champ Stamp, nobody cares. So I'm gonna put a blower on it, a transmission on it, and then people are not gonna care. Nah. That doesn't make sense to me. So I'll probably be putting that up for, like, I have to put it up for sale. I have to. I can't wait any longer. It's just sitting there doing nothing but just, I don't drive it. I don't drive the F-150. It just sits. All because I wanted to help someone develop a turbo kit. So please, 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 do not start the car game. Good on him for not losing sleep, though. Interesting. That's an interesting one. Good on you if you don't take it personal. No, I love Jake, but he should lose a little sleep over that. A little bit. Do you think Porsche, Audi, Lambo clientele are the same? Wanting everything for nothing? Nah, Lambo guys are not fucking gay as fuck, bro. Lambo guys want the clout. Lambo guys just want the clout. Porsche guys are gay. Look, they're all gay. But I think Porsche guys are less gay than Lambo and Ferrari guys. But I've never really been around them to give a fuck. I got a car that'll gap all of them, but not on a road course. Not to mention, if you put air in someone's tire, you own the car now. My motor blew up. Sir, I just set your tire pressure. Nope, you did something to it. Wait, does that mean people skip to the video? Oh my God. Yeah. Nobody watches the whole video. See, luckily YouTube has tools that are very powerful, very powerful. I can see when you guys skip. I can see when you guys like. I can see when you guys are subscribed, when you're more likely to watch it, when you're least likely to watch it, the age demographic of who's watching it, and at what part. So I thought to myself, nobody's watching these videos. So why do I have a truck that I'm making a $500 payment a month on a truck? I could just sell it to someone who wants to build a 4-wheel drive truck to do dumb shit and keep these cars that I actually enjoy. The white car, I love. The Notch, I love. The ZR1, I love. The GT500 has been a bitch from the get-go, and I've documented it. It ran 8.1 once, and after that, it's never even been close. So I've always suspected something's going on with it. And after fixing the IAT issues, putting a sprag on the converter, this and this and that, and I'm like, let me just make it a street car. Look, Jay Verrett, stop. You want to know the details on the truck? Go on the channel. There's details everywhere. Oh, my Lord. Considering selling my new one, since I enjoy the Corvette so much, the Mustang really just sits. Same. I mean, the truck just sits, and the GT500 just sits. Sell it to Crete. He will take care of you. Ask Jake to sell the truck with a reserve. No. They will prefer paying more to brag about it afterward. No, they won't. Did someone else at PBH buy a F-150 turbo truck too? No. I watch your entire videos. Why? Wait, you sold the truck? Wow, people don't know how to listen, dude. Holy shit, people don't know how to listen. I said I should sell the truck, and I probably will. I got to do a couple things to make, I took the muffler off like an idiot. So now I got to find a muffler, put it back on. And that's it. And then I can trade it in, or not even trade it in. Just go to a dealer, go, give me a check. Get this thing out of my life. I need an F-150. Yeah, right. Here we go. Not gonna lie, I don't care about truck stuff. I agree. I don't care about truck stuff. I literally don't care. So is that a yes on the Aldo kit coupon? I don't know. I'm not gonna buy anyone's kit. I'm not doing anything to the truck. The truck is gonna have to go. It's gonna have to go. And yesterday I did something to it that makes it a little more difficult to sell. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so stupid. So I'm gonna reconfigure it back to close to stock, put a muffler back in it, and then get truck shit out of my life. Because you guys don't care. You guys, look, I bought it to put a turbo kit in it. That went away. I put it on the channel, do NA stuff. You guys don't care. So I'm like, all right. Red car had a dad. The truck will have a mom. You have a truck? Can you help me move? Nah, I just got to the chat. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Does it come with a dead person in the bed? I want to buy, build my kid, then dad dies in the bed. Exactly. I might be messing with your stats because I'm always going back to your videos and skipping to certain parts. No, you're not messing. One guy's not going to mess with the stats. Everyone does that. See, unfortunately, what YouTube does is this. They now show a graph of where the most views are. Similar to Pornhub. When you click on Pornhub and you see that there's a big spike in viewership, you go right there. And that's usually when the girl's, taking it. It's nice to have a truck sometimes. I need a truck to get hauling. I don't touch anything. That truck now is a storage unit. It's got stuff in the back that just sits there. I don't need a truck. You own a truck? Right. I love me an F-150, but it's a comfortable daily. No, it's not. It's not. My F-150 is not a comfortable daily at all. Put that money towards a Gen 5 Viper fund. Yeah, fuck that too. Like, I'm going to have to get rid of the GT500 to afford the Viper. Well, it's NA stuff. Of course, no one cares. No one cares if it's boosted. Because what happens when it's boosted? Transmission goes, hi, $8,000. Hello, $8,000. And then I start launching on the street. High axles, high drive shaft for 10,000 views. Come on, stop it. You still giving back the fuel system for the truck? If I sell the truck, I'll give away the fuel system to the chat. How's that? But it's got to be configured for a regular cab short bed, RCSB, because that's what it's configured for. So if I sell the truck, I will give away the fuel system. At least your videos don't put commercials up every 4 minutes. I think they do. I don't want to sell it to Cletus at all. Nope. If Cletus says, I'll give you $35,000 for the truck, I say, no, thank you. Because I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it. I want it to be gone from my life. I don't care. I would rather sell it to a dealership for minimal profit and highest convenience. Hey, you guys want this? How much? Okay, bye. See ya. Give me a check. You guys do all the paperwork with the bank and bye. See you later. I don't want to sell it to anyone. Alex, views will go up if you converted the truck to run on grass clippings. A 10R F-150 is not a fun daily. It's not at all. Is winter gas a real thing? Yes. My tuner told me since the NOx sensors are going off. Yes, there's a winter blend mix that happens especially in the northern states. I don't know if it happens in the southern states, but I'm sure they do. But yes, winter blend gas is a thing. We learned that from Cletus, right? F-150, shining example of Ford quality. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who cares? I need that fuel system. Imagine if Cleet bought it. What a headache. Exactly. If Cletus bought it, it would be a fucking headache. I will never sell that truck to any YouTuber. It will go to a dealership, and I'll say, see you later. Oh God, don't sell it to Clit. Exactly. The four fuel hat is too long to fit into a Mustang tank. It's specific for the F-150. Correct. The videos have like 4 to 6 Ford ads. I'm the same. I sell my car. I don't want to see it anymore. Install a pedal commander for the truck. Guaranteed 500,000 views. Cuban Coyote will buy that on the dealership for a check. How will you tow your cars though? I won't tow my cars. How many times have I towed my cars when they're broken or they're not registered? I tow my cars twice a year. That poor truck would live on the limiter with Cleater McSkeeter. Exactly. Sell it, payment, insurance, and tag. Just rent one if you need it. Exactly. Exactly. If I need a truck, I can rent a truck, a 250. I have access to a trailer, or I can buy a trailer and for $1,800 to $2,200, and just I don't need a truck at this point in my life. If I had a home, sure. The guy that tried to buy the red car, tried to flip it, bought a truck. Going to buy a truck and say his mom died this time. Right. Sell it, payment, insurance, and tag. Right, if you need it, gotcha. Alex has street cars. Right. All my cars, the Corvette drove from Pennsylvania to here, no problem. The white car can drive from here to California, no problem. The GT500 can't. The GT500 is driven the least, and it makes sense to try to. I've had that for sale for over a year or two. Nobody has given a fuck about it. It'd be funny because all of it after this video, you guys are probably gonna ask if it's for sale. You're gonna go, is it for sale now? And I'm gonna go, no, relax. But look, someone wants it bad enough. It's always been for sale. If Clee got the F-150, he'd keep Midnight in business for a long time. I don't think Midnight needs Cletus, no offense, but yeah, he'd be going through 1080s nonstop. Wait, you can buy trailers there for $2,200? Of course. God, do you know where I'm located? Florida is like trailer capital, bro. Man, I missed the red car content. Yeah, you're the only one. If you see the analytics on that content, no one cared. No one cared. How are you going to drive how are you going to tow your GT500 to Alaska? Exactly. Look, I have friends that have trucks. It's just sitting there, and it's a monthly payment and insurance, and it's just doing nothing for me. The Notch has more views than the Corvette. Like, what the fuck, right? The GT500 was really good for a bit, and since I haven't been able to race it because the track shut down, it just slowly, and then people just changed their outlook on those cars. S197s, they're just like, no big deal. You know, it's like the S197 is fast becoming the new Edge. Like, no one cares about those cars anymore. You know what I mean? S550 is kind of old. So now you're 2 generations removed from the latest Coyote, and Gen 1 is slowly taking a backseat to everything. So S197s in general, even GT500s are not that awesome to have content wise. Did you catch the SpaceX One web launch earlier? Some amazing video on that one. Yes, I saw that. It was great. It's a money drain. Put more Fox content. Old is new. Exactly. That's why I pivoted. Remember I was talking to you guys about old being new? That's what I want to concentrate on. I want to concentrate on the Fairmont and the Notch. The white car is the white car. I'm not going to put a fuel system in it for a little while, but if I sell the truck for good money, okay, then we put a fuel system in the white car. The Corvette's going to get headers, cam, choppity chop, the whole 9 yards. The truck content, no one cares about. Your 4 fuel system will work with all RCSB trucks and 36-gallon fuel tank trucks, says JSE Decker. Both tanks have the same depth, only difference is level sender. You just need to make the lines longer. The Notch is attainable for most people. A lot of people will never be able to afford a ZR1, so maybe they can't relate to the build as much. I agree. Peasants driving to Alaska in a GT500 on slicks. Apparently, everyone that watches YouTube is broke and they want to watch content on $3,500 Fox bodies. I agree. Damn, I had an S197. Look, I'm telling you, it is not me telling you this. It is the algorithm telling you this. It is YouTube telling you this. It is the parts companies. Ultimate Header doesn't make S197 headers. ESS doesn't make S197 blowers. Why do you think that is? For the same reason they don't make Fox body blowers. For the same reason they don't make SN New Edge. There's just no meat on the bone there. JSE says 26-gallon tank trucks have a shallower tank. Well, I don't know what you're talking about because mine is a 20-gallon tank. So I don't know. I don't know if I think mine's 20 gallon. I don't think mine's 26. Mine's a small guy. How much for the truck? I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. It's for sale. If you want it, get it. Get a Wells Fargo to transfer over. It's a Wells Fargo loan. Transfer it over to you. I get a check by if you really want it. Okay, and I'll have to look up what they're going for. Probably high 20s or low 30s, like really low 30s or high 20s, just to make it enticing. It's got an 18 manifold, the PMAS intake, and no IMRCs, and it's going to come with a Lund Flex Tune, no tuning device. See you later. Bye. What about the Fairmont views? Fairmont views did well, but I didn't have it on the channel that much. But the Fairmont views did really, really well, honestly. Old stuff, people love old stuff on YouTube because it's DIY stuff. New stuff you just bolt on, people don't care. Like the ZR1 is like a dream car to most people. So when they see me work on it, they're like, all right, that's kind of cool. But when they see me fuck with a Fox body or a Fairmont or something old that you have to like DIY it, they give a fuck. Plus, if you have some money to pay for the parking spot on the complex, they don't charge for parking spots. No one cares about the S197 anymore. ESS has a kit coming out next year for the S197. That's dumb. No offense. Swap a Honda motor in S197 and everyone will watch. I need a turbo kit from S197, but don't know anything about turbos. If you want a turbo kit for your S197, you got to talk to Hellion or fluid. Lund Racing has fluid kits. We will see a pivot to S197 Fox in the aftermarket once tuning goes bye-bye. Exactly. S197 Fox is going to become popular again when tuning goes bye-bye because S197 is vetted as fuck. Could you trade the truck in for a Maverick because it's not a truck, it's a cuck? Seriously, are people really missing the old being new again? They're missing it. 100% missing it. How's gas price looking in Florida? Still right under 5 in California. Low threes, 313, 312 for a regular. Hey Alex, what rear end gear would you recommend for a 408 Windsor 85mm turbo with a 3-speed C4 for good quarter mile ET and not sacrificing too much 60? 355s? I mean, 408 torquey motherfucker with a 85mm turbo, 355? 299 here for 87 Martin 392. Gotcha. We're going to look like Cuba in the street, says Rob Sting. Any news on the Fairmont getting fab stuff done? Modified by Nick. I contacted TIG Vision. They said no. They recommended 2 other places. Can't even get them on the fucking phone or email. I might have to do it myself, and I don't want to do that because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to look like Turvey with a stick welder out there. So nobody wants money. Nobody wants work. So I really don't want to hear any fab shop ever say, oh my God, what? No, what? Get with tech. That's the other thing, fab shops and mechanic shops. Get with technology. Get an email every fucking day. Check it every day or every hour. Check it. Get an Instagram. Be really active on it. Get a Facebook. Be really active on it. Get a Twitter. Be really active on it. People that complain that their business is not thriving yet have no social media footprint, don't talk to me. How about the Terminator views? Yeah, exactly. Hey, Alex, nice shirt. What kind of shirt is that? It looks like a tri-blend. It is a tri-blend shirt. They're the only shirts that fit me well because anything else is super weird, like boxy. But these like hug you nice, you know, like the shirt like the shirt I'm wearing in the next video I'm going to upload for the members only. That is the kind of shirt that fits me perfectly. Everything else is like super boxy and weird. That sucks. Maybe Turvey can help. What about London Chase? When we talk about eyeballing a GT Fox body down the street, if I can get my hands on it, I'll definitely be going carb setup. Miss that stuff. It's Turvey time. Fuck it. We're out of here. Would Turvey show up? No, he didn't show up. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. So members only right now. You're going to get a video coming your way. Thank you very much for the peasants to involve themselves on the chat. Every other chat will be members only. But anyone can watch it. You just can't chat unless you're a member. So do yourself a favor. If you want to just chat, you don't have to pay every single time for a super chat. All you have to do is get a membership for about $6 or $7 a month, and you'll be a member, and you'll be available to chat on every single chat, period, if you're a member. But if not, you're going to have to wait for the peasant chat on Sunday to chime in on anything. Have a good rest of your week. Right now, live, we're going to get going with a video. It might be a little tearjerker, guys. Guys, at the end of the video, you might cry a little bit. So